Trailblazers. Sharpe at the 2 with Avdia playing the 3. Inside, we'll see Kamara and Klingon, and it's Holiday in at the point. And for Utah, Jackson out there with Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, then it's Bailey, and it's George in at the 1. Facing off in this one, we've got two teams that preach player movement and ball movement legs.
Oh, that's right, and you can tell that by the assist numbers. The ball is really hopping, smart, unselfish basketball, a lot of player movement off ball as well, forcing those defenses to chase them.
What's that old saying? The ball brings energy.
It certainly does.
And Utah has possession. Following the three-point basket by Portland. Shot by Nurkic, no good. Avdia passes to Holiday. Sharpe a screen on George. Holiday against George. And the ball out of play. The Jazz will have it. And the big man, Carlos Boozer, showing support for his former team here in Utah.
And, you know, B.A., no doubt that they are hoping to turn things around, but he'll be good either way. And speaking of either way, he's one of the all-time great ambidextrous finishers this league has seen.
Here's Bailey. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. Avdia pulls it in. Down low. Here's Klingon. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And this is where you feed the big man Klingon. He knows how to execute from this close.
Holiday against George. Spins. Driving to the basket. And the jam by George.
Did you see that? That was one of the best moves I've ever seen.
Picture perfect execution. He was focused and refused to be denied. Now here's Avdia. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Holiday passes to Avdia. The rebound by Jackson. For Utah, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to George. Now here's Jackson. And here's Bailey for 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, plenty of anticipation in Portland for this summer when the WNBA will return to the Rose City. The Fire will reclaim the name from Portland's initial 2-year WNBA run from 2000 to 02. And this summer, with the momentum around the league, the hope is that flame will endure.
A new beginning. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Here's Klingon, following the bucket by the Jazz. Sharpe a screen on George. Holiday against George. And the basket by Holiday. Holiday's got 8.
Yeah, such a gritty player. Holiday fights for 2 there inside.
Markkanen outside. Back to George. The 3 ball. Portland with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Sharpe. There's a screen by Kamara to the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
The 3, George, and the 3-pointer goes. He's got 5.
And there's a nice rhythm to his 3-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Sharpe finds Holiday. Avdia outside. There's a screen by Kamara. Avdia can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. George, no good. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Avdia. Klingon with a screen. Inside, it's stolen by Nurkic. Pass break Utah. Here's Markkanen, and
is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Portland has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Sharpe up top. Still without a bucket. Outside Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by Portland.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. I asked Coach directly about his thoughts on facing Drew Holiday. We have to keep an eye on him at all times, Coach admitted, saying defense is where he has me most worried. He can be so disruptive. We really have to keep the ball away from him. Sounds like they'll try to avoid Holiday altogether on the offensive end. BA, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. The free throws off from Holiday. Legs were past the halfway point of the season. Some teams starting to run out of time as far as their postseason hopes.
Well, Brian, the play-in will give teams more hope as the season winds down. But if you're in that bottom third of the league in terms of record at this point, it may be time to turn your attention to the draft.
Can be tough on a player, too, to try to finish out a season that way.
Boy, it really is.
Here's Bailey. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. And here's Sharpe. Pass to Avdia. And here's Holiday. George defending. Holiday against George. The shot by Holiday, no good. Markkanen for 3. And Klingon pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 11 so far. Now Sharpe. Driving in. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
First personal foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Trailblazers.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
And the free throw, no good. And one thing's for sure, Tim, Shaedon Sharpe, one of the most electrifying athletes in the NBA.
Yeah, B.A., he is a highlight reel every single night with plenty of runway left in front of him. I am curious to see what he'll look like when he's a finished product.
Jackson with a screen on Holiday. Jackson outside. Here's Collier. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Out to the right wing. Fires from 14. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Yeah, great feed there by Markkanen. That's something this team wants more from Lauri.
Holiday passes to Avdia. Klingon with a screen to the middle. And the powerful one-handed slam.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And here's Jackson. Utah moving the ball around. The three is up. He buries it from 3. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, Jackson Jr. does have this in his bag. The big man can punish you from range.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Kevin Love's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. And Williams is subbed in for Markkanen. Up top, Henderson. Oh, from deep. Rebounded by the Jazz. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebound. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
I love it when a team comes out and sets the tone physically.
Now here's Love. Pass to Henderson. Here's Grant. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Filipowski. Grant's shot is off. For Utah, they've got 8 of 15 shots to go. Here's Love. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
A real skill of Love's. Just has a knack for converting despite the defense being right on him.
Outside Love. Pass to Sissoko. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Grant's shot is off. Utah leading. Here's Collier. It's stolen by Henderson. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
1:24 left in the first quarter of the game. To stop the drought. And a two-handed jam.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
Pass to Love. Love, a screen on Henderson. Lets it go from deep. Portland with a rebound. Their last encounter was in Portland.
They really had a strong night shooting the basketball. They got hot and stayed hot.
Well, I just thought they had the tempo exactly where they wanted it. To me, that was the difference in the game.
Here's Collier. No made baskets yet. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Love. 4-3. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Portland trailing here. Henderson left side. To the paint. Here's Grant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul.
Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shooting for Portland. Jeremy Grant taking 2 shots.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. Portland making a switch here. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
And so it's Drew Holiday making things happen for Portland. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Trailblazers in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. It's Scoot Sharpe in at the 1 and the 2. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Sissoko in at the small forward position. It's stolen, and the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Collier, and he buries his first look.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, right?
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys?
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Blazers trail by 5. Pass to Sharpe. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line.
First personal
John
foul.
Conchar picks one up.
Team foul.
And Sharpe has to be one of the best finishers at the rim in this young class.
He's had just one attempt at the line earlier. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level.
Now here's George. He's got 5. 2 on the clock. No good. Grant outside. Inside. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Shot's good by Collier. Collier's got his second basket of the game. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Utah.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
4 on the clock. Here's Grant. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, Jeremy Grant can be very physical for a wing. I love when he goes inside with force.
Down low. Here's Collier. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Collier's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for T-shirt time!
Different look for Utah. Jackson, he's checked in for Filipowski. Markkanen comes in for Conchar. And Williams is subbed in for Sensabaugh. Diliavius checked in for Portland. Pass to Sissoko. Knocked away. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
That was just great work to battle through contact and will end the shot.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
City, Sissoko. 1 shot.
Well, a new era in Portland, Grant. Young, raw, and still finding their place.
Yeah, B.A., they've committed to growing through reps and putting in the time. The victories are hard-won, but a foundation is being laid. Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Sharpe, and he gets that one. Sharpe's got 5 points now this quarter.
And his athleticism is big for Sharpe in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Pass to Williams. Back to Markkanen. There's the triple. Ooh, Markkanen, confident from long range.
Was starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
Avdia passes to Grant. Outside Sharpe. There's a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Williams looking around. Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen with a screen on Avdia. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And Lauri Markkanen with another 3. And now an 8-point Utah lead.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
It's Sharpe on the wing. He's got 7. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Sharpe's got 9.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Pass to George. Over Avdia. George's shot is off.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
To the inside. Now here's Grant. Avdia outside. Back to Grant. Over Markkanen. Rebounded by the Jazz.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Shot's good by Collier.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Bailey comes in for Collier. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Off the outside. Outside Holiday. Pass to Kamara. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Oh, that's a great block. Jackson protecting the house.
Markkanen using his size inside.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Outside Sharpe. There's a screen by Kamara. Again, the miss by Portland. Jazz leading by 11. Nurkic, a screen on Avdia. Markkanen, the pass to Nurkic. No good there. Klingon with a defensive effort.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Now here's Holiday. He's got 10. Clock at 6. Three-pointer Sharpe. The offensive rebound. Pass to Holiday. Outside Sharpe. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Markkanen against Sharpe. Markkanen inside. Markkanen with the tough finish.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Klingon with a screen. To the middle. They need this. And the layup is up and in. Klingon's got 6 points.
Growing his passing game. Sharpe knows being able to reliably create for others will really round out his skill set.
Avdia with a steal. Outside Holiday. Klingon up top. Pass to Sharpe. Back to Klingon. And the deficit down inside single digits. Give him 8.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Legs, when you look at the maturation of Denny Avdia, just how good you think he can be.
Well, Brian, he is living up to being a top 10 pick. He has an all-around game, and more than anything, it's the force that he plays with. He is proving to be a real difference maker.
You're off beat. Yeah, we have a dancer. Let's go.
Checked in for Utah. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Grant's checked in. And it's Utah with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Steps back, and stolen by Holiday. Up top, Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Yeah, look at Grant, quick off the floor before anyone can get in his way.
Jackson outside. Markkanen for 3. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
And the defense has no answer for him here in the second quarter. He is torching them from outside.
Blazers trail by 10. Pass to Klingon. Back to Avdia.
2 minutes.
Here's Holiday, and it's Portland scoring again.
Terrific night for Holiday so far, and I have to pin it on his energy. He's given this game all he's got.
Down low. Cuts off the pass. And there's 1:38 left in the first half. Here's Avdia. Here's Kamara. Second chance effort. And a nice layup by Avdia.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Here's Collier. He's covered by Holiday. Kicks it out to Markkanen for 3. Holiday grabs the miss.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Outside Kamara, the three is up. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Markkanen inside, defended by Avdia. Jackson outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 10 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Back to Holiday. To the inside, Klingon. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
First, Klingon screens the defender out of the play and then capitalizes.
Here's Collier. 9 points in the game. Now here's Markkanen. Gets it off. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Utah closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And looking at the Kings matchup, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. Time to talk now about what we saw in that first half of play. Lauri Markkanen was putting on a show.
The 7-footer from Finland, unstoppable right now. When Markkanen's rolling, he's impressive.
Yeah, they got his number on speed dial tonight. We'll see if it works for them in the second half. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
When he gets the ball this deep and establishes position, now it's a matter of getting to his go-to move that he loves.
Here's George. Jusuf Nurkic is out there with Jackson. Then it's Bailey. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's George in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. Markkanen misses.
But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Outside Kamara. They set a pick. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 7 tonight. Markkanen, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Bailey. Stolen by Sharpe. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
That free throw misses. And he sinks the second. Jazz leading by 6. Jackson outside. Pass to Nurkic. For 3, George hits the 3-pointer. George has got 8.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Holiday with the ball. 12 points for him. Now Kamara. 6 on the shot clock. George against Holiday. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Pass to George. Here's Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen for 3. Holiday grabs the miss.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Right side Sharpe. Utah grabs the miss. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor. Pass to Nurkic. Jackson outside. Buries it from 3. 13 points in the game.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your youth big squad.
Quick look here at some of the numbers for Kyle Filipowski.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. To the paint. Here's Kamara. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Wow, pretty much an unbelievable slam there, B.A.
And you got that right. Some nice signs of progress for the Blazers last season.
And from that, renewed contracts for head coach Chauncey Billups and the front office. This is a young team that competes and shows a bright future. Yet not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
George passes to Nurkic. Markkanen looking it over. 3-pointer, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Holiday with the ball. Nurkic picks him up. Off the outside. There's a screen by Kamara. Into the lane. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's George. Give him 8 points now. Jackson finds George. Now Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. And Klingon pulls it down.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
Avdia passes to Holiday. From downtown. And Avdia with the basket on the assist from Sharpe. Sharpe's got his 4th assist with that last one. Markkanen outside. Back to George. Pass to Jackson. George sets a screen. Inside. To snap the cold streak. Sharpe grabs the miss.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling.
Just terrific defense.
Back to Kamara. On the wing, Holiday. Shoots over Bailey. Utah grabs the miss. Jackson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Markkanen outside. Back to George. Here's the 3. And it's Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Kamara. Avdia outside. Three-pointer, Holiday. No good there. 5 for 11 in the contest. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
When you're facing a guy as massive as Klingon, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young.
Now here's Holiday. He's got 12. Left side Sharpe. Outside Kamara. Beyond the arc. Offensive board. Avdia from outside. He can't get that one to fall. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Jackson for 3. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Avdia outside. Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
And striking without warning. Holiday can be so sudden.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to George. Fires the 3. That shot is off.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Here's Sharpe. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Down low. Avdia with a steal. Pass to Holiday. Now Sharpe. There's a screen by Kamara. No good with the triple. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Bailey. He's got 5. Here's Nurkic. Guarded by Klingon. Out to the right wing. Here's Bailey. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
Now here's Markkanen. 20 points for him. Ooh, the balance from Markkanen.
And since being a lottery pick, we've seen Lauri add muscle, helping his strength.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Utah.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And we should also mention their work on the perimeter. They have found quality looks from deep, and they have knocked them down.
That's good for Markkanen. There are some big-time players in this league. But who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big 3, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But, of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
Let's go with a 3. The shot misses. Jazz leading by 11. Over to the left wing. Here's Collier, defended by Henderson. Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Williams. No good on the triple. And Portland's shooting around 32% in the third quarter. Henderson left side. Over to the wing. Here's Sissoko. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Sensabaugh. Three-pointer off the mark.
You know, all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
They set the pick. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I like that decision from Henderson, giving up the rock.
Utah leading by 9. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Right wing. Here's Williams. Portland with a rebound. Now Grant. 6 points for him. He shoots again, and he sinks the layup.
Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
Pass to Markkanen. Markkanen sets a screen, and he drives in.
Trailblazers foul. Hanson. First personal foul.
Utah shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
Line for Utah. Sensabaugh taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Jazz making a switch here. Konchar's checked in. Rupert, he's checked in for Portland. So he gets them both. Blazers trail by 9. And here's Henderson. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Shoots over Collier. Konchar pulls it in.
Well, it's a make or miss lead. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Here's Sensabaugh, and it's off the back of the rim, no good. Here's Grant with 2 seconds left, and he takes it up and lays it in. Grant's got his third basket on the night right there. And so it's the Utah Jazz closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
It's the fourth quarter.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. It's Scoot Sharpe in at the 1 and the 2. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Sissoko in at the 3. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Tim, when you think of versatile utility forwards in this league, Jeremy Grant fits the mold.
Well, he came into the league as just a hustle player, Brian, but then he worked to enhance his skill level. He has been a quality player on both ends for over a decade.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the NBA is trending toward guys like Grant. He can guard multiple positions, he can space the floor for you, and he doesn't need the ball in his hands to impact the game.
To the paint. Here's Filipowski, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Now here's Sharpe. Pass to Sissoko. Shot clock at 5. Henderson finds Grant. Off the mark there with a 3.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. That one's wide left. Blazers trail by 6. Pass to Sissoko. Here's Grant. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Collier. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Williams is checked in for Sensabaugh. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Wesley's checked in. Here's Wesley. Pass to Sissoko. Here's Wesley. Takes a 3. Drops in the 3. Wesley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
No, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
From the high post. Grant's shot is off.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
With the step back, Conchar. Pass to Williams. And here's Sharpe. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
Here's Collier. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut it to the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that. Well, that's what you're trying to do offensively. Get a shot close to the rim.
Here's Collier, guarded by Sharpe. To the middle. Here's Filipowski, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
Blazers trail by 6. Outside Sharpe. Pass to Wesley. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
For Portland, they've gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Grant, the pass to Sharpe. Looking to get it going. Oh my goodness!
Wow! And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharpe hammer it home.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
And your Warriors dance crew.
Entire new group here. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Filipowski. Markkanen comes in for Conchar. Mikhailuk's checked in for Williams. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Collier. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. Coach kept it calm but direct. He said, quote, play smart, play our game. Don't worry about the score. Keep doing what we've been doing, and we'll be okay. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Klingon. There's a screen by Kamara to the inside. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Bailey's checked in for Mikhailuk.
Substitution for your Jazz. Number 19, Ace Bailey.
Blazers on D. George finds Jackson. Markkanen outside. Markkanen with a screen on Holiday. 5 to shoot. Utah with another miss.
Well, he'd love to catch fire right now, but at this point, he's actually hurting them.
Pass to Klingon. Now here's Kamara. Portland moving it around. Inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, there's really been an uptick in intensity. Just look at the way these guys are battling on the glass and for loose balls.
Now here's Avdia. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Jazz. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Utah.
Number 30, Yusuf Nurkic.
Utah trailing here. George feels it out a bit, and they call an illegal screen here.
Offensively, they haven't been very sharp this quarter. You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Now here's Sharpe off the outside, and stolen by Markkanen. Pass to George. Now Nurkic, guarded by Klingon. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jackson to end the run. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 8 rebounds in the game. Now Holiday. Back to Avdia. On the wing, Holiday. George defending. Pass to Kamara. Shoots over Bailey. Kamara, no good. The Jazz have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. And Nurkic throws it down.
The muscle coming into play. I like how Nurkic takes on these challenges and finds ways to deliver.
Foul. At the line for your Jazz, Yusuf Nurkic. Shooting 1.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
Yeah, someone who has battled injuries. Great to see Yusuf Nurkic out there tonight.
Pass to Klingon, out left to the wing. Outside Holiday. Again, the miss by Portland. Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Here's George. What a terrific move that is. Now it's a 3-point Jazz lead.
Wow, Keyonte George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
Back to Sharpe. Pass to Holiday. Back to Sharpe. Outside Kamara. Avdia from outside. They get the rebound. Klingon. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
And I know Coach is loving this. The big rookie Klingon attacking on offense and showing no mercy.
There's Jackson with the 3, and it's Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Outside Sharpe. It's Avdia on the wing. And stolen by Markkanen. Here's Bailey, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, moving the ball with a purpose. Lauri Markkanen, nice pass.
Back to Holiday, launches it. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the middle. And George with the basket on the assist by Bailey. Bailey's got 5 assists tonight.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Now Avdia. Now Sharpe. 6 to shoot. Holiday outside from 20 feet out. Rebounded by Jackson. George against Holiday. Here's Bailey. Markkanen outside. Now Jackson. George fires. Oh, missed on the tray. Now Sharpe. Bailey pulls it down.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
George with it. Nurkic, a screen on Holiday. Bailey. And he nails it.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Sharpe. That one goes. Yes, sir.
And so difficult to defend. Sharpe has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
4th team foul.
Markkanen. And the 3 misses. Blazers trail by 6. Holiday with the ball. Guarded now by George. Outside Avdia. Let's loose for 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Markkanen. Oh, he missed the jumper.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Now Avdia. Now Sharpe. Yes! Using that window.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Now here's Markkanen. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. Left side Sharpe. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
At the line for your Jazz, Jaren Jackson Jr. 2 shots.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Lauri Markkanen taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What's the best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
20 seconds left in the game. Now Avdia. Now Sharpe to take the lead. No good from 3. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Second personal foul. At the line for 2, Keyonte George.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their team.
Timeout called, Portland. 5 ticks left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
It's hard to say whether they have enough time for a quick shot and a foul.
Here's Sharpe. Puts up the tray. So it's a narrow victory for the Jazz, pulling out the W. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
You get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, and they overcame every one.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Lauri, an impressive win tonight. What do victories like this tell you about where this team is headed?
It gives us confidence. We showed that if we play well and we play defense down the stretch, we can beat. And we've shown it. We can compete with anybody. We just got to do it for a full game.
Confidence is key down the stretch. Thanks, Lauri.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And we present the player of the game, Lauri Markkanen.